Hey guys, it's Marla. Welcome back to Twinstrology. This is your energy report for the beginning of April. And I gotta say, April's message seems to be like buckle up because I think we're in for some intense energies, but yet in a very good way. You know, a lot of people have been asking me about the event, and the event is really about our ascension. And I think that the event is happening. I do think that we're ascending. I think the term event gives the impression that it's something that's just going to happen, that people are just going to wake up in like a split second. And personally, I don't see that happening. If it does, then that would be great because it would be a lot easier to just wake up than have to go through this process. But what I'm seeing with the energy is that these things just build, and that's how astrology works. It just builds on itself. Astrology is a spiral. It's always evolving and working and growing and building one thing on the other. But I definitely feel strong ascension energies. Personally, I've felt a huge shift in myself since the beginning of the year. That's why I have not been around much, because I'm being told by my guides to pull my energy back so I can. It's just a time for me to go easy on myself because I have a lot of energetic things going on, you know, with trying to ground things in my life and ground what I'm manifesting and the changes that I want to make in my life. So I've been taking my own advice, and I've just been spending a lot of time in quiet, in contemplation, and getting in touch with my higher self, which is really a strong message that's coming through for everybody right now. So we are ascending, and I feel that April will see us make another big shift in the ascension process. I feel that many people are waking up and will continue to wake up. So it's a very exciting time. Now, that said, there may be a little bit of bumpy energy coming in at the beginning of the month. We're just coming off of a really powerful full moon, the Libra full moon, and a Saturn-Mars conjunction. Actually, Saturn and Mars conjuncts on April 2nd. That's when they make the exact aspect. So as I probably am going to publish this report, they'll be exact. We also have the asteroid Karma going retrograde on April 9th. And Karma is opposing the asteroid Destin. And together they're making a loose mystic rectangle with the north and south node. Mystic rectangles are very powerful aspects that really bring energies into a nice flow in order to create a shift. So I feel what is happening, or what I'm being told with that, is we're getting ready to break free of the karmic wheel for many of us that have cleared enough of our karma. And we're going to be then bringing in rewards. Some might say good karma, but it's more like the more we get off the karmic wheel, the more powerful we become, and the more we're able to manifest. This is why we're wanting to shift into the 5D, is because from that place, we create our own reality rather than have reality foisted on us. We also have Karma making a square to Neptune at that time. This is helping us clear away what has been stopping us from manifesting our dream, which is represented by Neptune. So there is going to be karma being cleared. We have some other intense aspects going on early in the month. We have the sun squaring Black Moon Lilith and then Pluto. Venus is going to be trining that Saturn-Mars conjunction. Mercury in his retrograde will conjunct Valentine, which represents true love, and they're going to be squaring that Saturn-Mars conjunction. And asteroid union is in conjunct Jupiter and squaring Pluto. So I feel like, there'll be clearing and there'll be shadow work going on. The more that you can let go of resistance to whatever it is you have to clear or you have to face, because some of this is going to be your challenge to face some of your karma and to step up. Maybe it's face a person or a situation or something that you're afraid of or that makes you uncomfortable or that you need to forgive, something that has been troubling you. And I spoke about the Mars-Saturn conjunction in my last report and how we're clearing away a lot of the karma that we've been focused on clearing for almost the past 2 years, since the last time Mars and Saturn met up in August 2016. So that's not always easy. But the energy is also at the same time very supportive of our expansion. That's why it's important to let go so that you can clear these things away and expand and move beyond all of your previously held limitations. I'm being shown at the beginning of the month there's going to be likely physical symptoms coming in because some of the karma that we're clearing away is being cleared out of our DNA. So all the usual physical symptoms that one might feel when doing this kind of energetic work, such as tiredness, headaches, you may pick up a virus such as a cold or flu, you may get a sore throat or a cough if you're needing to clear out your throat chakra, for example. Stomach aches, even muscle aches. Sometimes we have the same kind of injury acting up whenever we're clearing something. Like for me, I have problems with my wrist. I have carpal tunnel, and when I'm clearing something, my wrists hurt. Any other time, they don't bother me at all. So you might have something like that, something that kind of reoccurs for you when you're going through some kind of clearing. But this is not the first time we've been through this, so it's nothing to worry about. And then we also have Easter coming up. Good Friday is on April 6th, and Easter is on April 8th. And I'm wanting to talk about this a little bit. I channeled a message earlier because our guides are wanting us to think about Jesus at this time, and Jesus is very pertinent to the energies that are occurring right now. And no matter what religion we are, we can still learn a lot from Jesus because he is a very strong and yet loving ascended master that any of us can call on any time to work with. And so at this time of year, we're thinking about Jesus's crucifixion. And this was Jesus's transformation. Jesus suffered death, and we suffer a metaphorical death, a death of the old self. And yet in doing this, Jesus taught us that there is no end. Our life doesn't end. We are eternal beings. And so Easter is a time that represents hope and new beginnings, an energy that's we can really feel right now the power of this new beginning that's being offered to us. And what I'm being told is the ability to bring back something in your life that you felt was lost. For many of you, that's going to be your sacred union. But sometimes, we have to face painful experiences in order to transform, just like Jesus did at this time of year. And Jesus was surrendered to divine will. He was not in resistance. Of course, he did have to spend some time in prayer and contemplation to overcome his ego before he surrendered himself. Another lesson to us on how we need to surrender our ego at this time in order to align ourselves with divine will, with our higher self. And really the process of ascension is bringing your higher self into you, integrating your higher self. So Jesus is a living example of Christ consciousness or ascension. Jesus ascended, and he and his twin flame, Mary Magdalene, were teachers for us to show us how to ascend. So we're all moving into Christ consciousness. This is what the ascension is. It's the 5D consciousness. And Christ consciousness, actually, Jesus embodied Christ consciousness. It's the 5D consciousness. A lot of people think when we talk about the Christ consciousness that it's a religious thing or we're trying to make it religious. It just means that Jesus was ascended and how he's showing us the way. But remember, Jesus didn't write anything in the Bible. Okay, so we as spiritual beings, if we have a question about our spirituality, about religion, we can connect with Jesus ourselves and get our own answers through him or any other ascended being or angel or God or goddess. But the message here that Jesus is bringing is that it's time for us now to open up our hearts and set down any burdens that we have been carrying. It may feel stressful in the moment. It may feel like something in your world is falling apart. It may feel chaotic in your world at this time. But there's assurance that there actually is order here, that things are predestined. And that's being shown by that mystic rectangle, karma and destiny in the north and south node. This is a fated time, and as such, there's nothing to fear. And when we surrender to this energy, we know in our hearts there's nothing to fear. Whatever comes up, whatever challenges one is facing, it's only allowing you to go higher and higher into the vibration of love. But in order to do this, we need to free ourselves from the 3D constructs that are no longer serving us and that in reality are limiting us. We need to let go of our ego, and that can be painful at the same time that it's so freeing. We have to keep our focus on the aspect of being freed. Spirit wants to remind us at this time to take time for yourself, to be in contemplation, to ground yourself, to get in touch with your higher self at this time. Your higher self is going to give you the guidance that you need and the strength to carry out the things that it is you're being guided to do at this time. This is why it's so important for us to take that quiet time, because all the instructions that you need are inside of you already and inside your higher self. We can't depend on other people to tell us what to do, especially not people that don't understand us in what we're going through right now, that maybe haven't experienced what we have experienced. And maybe they will at some point, they just haven't yet. It's easier for us to be in our power if we feel connected and guided spiritually. And it will assist you in not falling back into your ego or falling back into fear. So focus on yourself and block out other people that are going to lower your vibration at this time. Okay, another reason to stay by yourself and to stay in contemplation is to keep your vibration pure. It's very easy to have someone come in and like shift and lower your vibration, even when you're really trying and you think you got it, that you can hold strong. It can be easy to be shifted out of that. So keep yourself as free as you can in your own vibration and stay true to your own vision. This energy that we're in is really bringing us into union. It truly is. So just surrender to it. It's only karma shifting. That's all that's happening. And there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to be sad about. Just think about it. If we cleared karma, we could interact with everybody on a level of love versus another level of karma. Because the people that you're experiencing karma with in this lifetime are people that you've known for eternity, most likely people in your soul family that you've been incarnating with over and over again. Even those people that we term the karmic partner, you know, this is someone that on a soul level you love and that you've experienced many connections with. On the earth plane, those connections might be challenging. But in the higher dimensions, there's love there. They're family to you. So focus on the new beginning. And remind yourself that 3D is an illusion. And we are waking up to the fact that it's an illusion and we're moving beyond it. And that is something to really be excited about. Okay, so let's move on to this new moon. Just before the new moon on the 12th, asteroid union is on the 26th degree of Aries. That's the degree of, through imagination, a lost opportunity is regained. At the same time, asteroid Valentine is going to be on the 13th degree of Aries, which is a serpent coiling near a man and the woman. So I feel like this is an energy that you may want to just take a few minutes on that day to contemplate union, what you want from union, how you want to manifest union. And, remind yourself to believe in your union. In order to create your union, you have to believe in it. And it's a great opportunity right now to manifest our desires, which we're going to talk about now. Okay, so the new moon in Aries is on the 15th, and it's happens at 9:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's at the 26th degree of Aries. And April 15th is a number that adds up to 10, so we can see it's a new beginning. And we can look at this date as either a 111, because 2018 adds up to 11, or we can see it has 3, which is the number of manifestation, because if we add up 2018, that adds up to 2, plus 1 equals 3. And both of them really good numbers. Okay, the day that we have the new moon, Mercury is going direct. And Mercury will be on the Sabian symbol. A white triangle is seen. It has gold wings. Again, a triangle represents the number 3, represents manifestation. And the Sabian symbol talks about ascension and transcendence, being connected to the angels. And we can see a triangle as being a portal to another dimension and how we're connected to all the dimensions. So there is quite a bit here in what I'm seeing in the astrology that relates to the ascension process and therefore our manifestation process. And at this time, we're really creating a new reality on Earth. The new moon is going to take place on the 26th degree of Aries with the Sabian symbol. Through imagination, a lost opportunity is regained. If you recall, Uranus was just on that degree. Was it on the new moon? The new moon in Pisces had Uranus on this degree. So again, creation, manifestation, and visualization, or our imagination, plays a huge role in what we're trying to manifest. That's why we keep things like vision boards, right? Because it's a visual connection. But you don't have to create something like that. I mean, you can just visualize things in your mind. That's how we connect to other dimensions. It's so much simpler than most people think. It sounds like a really complicated process, and it's not. Chiron is also on the 29th degree. I'm going to read it again. You guys are probably super bored of hearing it, but someone might be just tuning in for the first time. The Sabian for Chiron is a majestic rock formation resembling a face, is idealized by a boy who takes it as his ideal of greatness. As he grows up, he begins to look like it. Now, the important thing here is how this Sabian connects to the Sabian of the sun and the moon, which is through imagination, a lost opportunity is regained. Here's a boy, and he is looking at this rock formation. Okay, this is his ideal. He has this ideal implanted in his head. He's visualizing it. He thinks about it throughout his whole life. And what happens? He begins to look like it. He is able to shift his own reality to what he is thinking about in his mind. Very, very powerful time. In addition, Neptune has moved to a new degree. The Sabian symbol for Neptune is, in a quiet moment, a creative individual experiences the flow of inspiration. Yet again, creation, creativity, and Neptune is the planet that is about inspiration and dreaming and creativity, having visions. Notice it says in a quiet moment. Okay, another reminder. It's hard for us to have visions, to manifest, to think about things in our mind and hold that focus when there's a lot going on around us. Especially now, we're becoming so much more sensitive to the energies. Okay, so clearly with these Sabians, it's telling us that we are creating our reality. So let go of any fears or worries and just trust everything and stay focused. I have said to you guys so many times that what you're trying to create may not come the way you expect it to. That's why surrender and let it go and just let the universe bring it to you. And when you're tuned in to these energies, you can just flow. You don't get caught off guard. Or if you do, you may get triggered still. But if you focus, can bring yourself back very, very quickly. Bring yourself out of it and back. The energy is so supportive of us right now. Neptune will be trine Jupiter, and that's representing a big dream. So this is telling us, like, we don't need to limit our dream. Don't worry about, can this happen? Can this become a reality? I do so many readings with people and they think, well, my union, it doesn't seem like it could ever become reality because, there's this and that, and I'm married and they're married, and this happened and that happened, and there are 20 years age difference between us, and they go on and on and on. It doesn't matter. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit your creation to what is real. Because where we're going, anything is possible. Anything and everything can become a reality. But as long as you're limiting yourself with your mind and your ego and those things that other people told you, I mean, look at it, something like age difference. Okay, is that something inherent to your soul, that it's wrong to love someone that's older or younger than you? Or is that something that society has told you should be or shouldn't be? And you've taken that on. Okay, now's the time we're breaking free of this junk. If it's not from our soul, if it's not our inner truth from our higher self, let it go. Don't use it to limit yourself, okay? You can have whatever it is that you want. We also have asteroid union conjunct Uranus. And they are on the Sabian symbol, the music of the spheres. This is another great Sabian that I love. And this one is about the power of the planets. And remember, Uranus is the great awakener. So who knows? Maybe people will wake up just like that. A few days before the new moon, we actually have the asteroid Horus conjuncting Uranus. And so that is indicative of people waking up. People's third eyes being activated. Remember, Horus lost his eye so he could see with his third eye, with pure vision. And so many of us will probably be getting third eye clearings and activations at this time. But the power of the planets, they're coming in strong. And we are being attuned to the galactic frequencies through the stars and through the planets. As I mentioned before, the energies that are coming in galactically through the central sun and through our sun. But the planets assist us as well. You may experience ringing in your ears around this time as well. And the music that's being represented here is really the energetic frequencies that are coming in. And, ultimately the Sabian is about enlightenment, and it's Uranus, as I said, the great awakener. And union is on the Sabian symbol as well. And so who knows what could happen. I don't like to create expectations around things, but you may get a download about your union. You may have dreams at this time about your union. I know that it's a strong time to focus on your union in order to manifest it, because again, the Sabian symbols leading up to this one are very potent, such as union is going to go over that 26 degree. So yeah, ascension, I feel it's happening, and such powerful manifestation. I drew a goddess card to represent the Aries new moon, and it's Sieg, quiet time. Take some time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Shh, dearest one, quiet your mind, breathe, and let go of words, worry, and plans. Go into that space of silence deep within you, that vortex of peace where the world doesn't enter. Now is the time to retreat in silence and spend time alone. I'll lovingly help you rejuvenate and recenter yourself. Don't try to make any decisions now. Just allow your mind to be at rest. You'll know soon enough when it's time to take action. But for now, quiet your mind and rest. Go on retreat. Listen more and talk less. Avoid loud noises and sounds. Meditate. Surrender mind chatter to heaven. Know that you're more sensitive to noise right now. I gotta tell you guys, the other day I went to Chipotle's actually, which is a restaurant here in the States. I don't know if you have that everywhere, but my kids wanted to go there for dinner, and it was so crowded in there, and it was really busy and hectic, and it's like you go through this line and you order stuff, and people were trying to talk to me and like take my order, speaking to me at the same time. And I just about broke down because it was just so overwhelming to me to be in that environment of noise and hecticness. I was really bothered by it, which just goes to show you how much time I have been spending alone, that I haven't even really been out in much public. But we are getting much more sensitive as we go through this process. So that's another thing to honor. But Sieg is just confirming what I said about taking time for ourselves. And I don't know if I talked about it so much in this. I talked about it a lot in the last report about the Libra full moon, because remember the sun was in Aries then. But I want to mention it again here, because we're breaking free of that which is holding us back from being our true and authentic selves. Okay, this new moon is conjunct Uranus. Revolution, rebellion, individuality, authenticity, truth. We're coming into the age of authenticity. And this is because of Chiron. I'm going to do a video about Chiron. I'll probably have it out actually by the time I post this. We're breaking free. We're becoming our individual selves. And of course, with Uranus conjunct the sun and the moon, anything can happen. But this is a really fresh new beginning energy here. And union is being included in this very powerful new beginning. So again, don't limit yourself and don't let other people limit you. All right, guys, I'm going to end it there. If you would like a personal reading with me, my website is twinstrology.com. You can also find my other articles and videos there. I have another channel, which is Eclipse Astrology and Tarot, where I do energy reports for the collective. And if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for all your comments, words of love and support. Please know that I love all of you guys so much. And take care of yourself and enjoy this energy coming in.